everybody. Thanks for joining us. We are on podcast 11. And if you're seeing this as podcast 10, that's because we had a lot of trouble on our last podcast, and I've got 9 separate videos that I have to compile for just the 3 of us. Plus, we're missing about at least a quarter of Clay's video. And it kind of looks weird if Lionel and I are talking to Clay and he doesn't have any response. So it may come out, podcast 10 may come out in the future, or we may scrap it. It just depends. It was a very long episode, and I hate to scrap all of it, but it's a rough one in editing. Maybe Clay's fiance can take a look at it and make something out of it where I can't. But anyway, welcome back. I'm Joe with Cowboy Cartel, and I'm here with
Lionel with Cowboy Boots, Hats, and Western Life Enthusiasts. And this is podcast 10 and a half.
Something like that. I mean, it's either podcast 10 or podcast 11. I've got it in the studio. We've got it labeled podcast 11. So we'll see. There's just the 2 of us. It makes the editing quite a lot easier, and I'm sure I can get this out in just a couple of days. Anyway, let's. I got to think what hat I'm wearing. What are you wearing, Lionel? I got to think what I'm wearing here.
I'm wearing my American 40X in steel color, which performed really great last night, by the way. I'll tell you about that later.
Did you have some rain, or what'd you do?
No, I actually fell off a horse on bareback.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
So I'm actually wearing 7X black cherry tonight, and I've got a reason for that too. So obviously I wear a lot of 100% Beaver hats, and we've gotten some comments, and there's just been a few things over the last few weeks that made me think the 7X, 10X, the 40X, they're not getting as much attention from me, and I don't want people to think that I think they're an inferior hat. You're talking about an American 7X at almost $400. I think it is $400 after the price increase. It's not a cheap hat by any means. There's nothing wrong with the hat at all. It's a great hat. It's almost twice as much money as a Stetson. What's that one you had?
The Skyline.
Big seller. Yeah, the Skyline. That's their huge seller.
It is.
That's a $250 hat. It's an okay hat. American's a great hat, and the 7X is a great hat. And I wanted to wear that to show people that you don't have to buy, $1,000 hat. This hat will absolutely do the job, and it will take you where you need to go. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with wearing it. So today we saw a guy went into on the Facebook group. He went into best hat. I think he said Friday. He was looking to buy a new 40X, and he walked out with a 100X. That's that's a great hat, but again, there's nothing wrong with a 40X. I mean, I have my preferences, and we can talk about why. We'll get into that later. But let's hear about your Bronc riding.
Well, so I basically went on my friend's roping horse last night, and it was late, and we're waiting for a new horse to come in. This Mustang filly. So in the meantime, it's like, well, maybe you ought to just jump on this horse and just ride him around, and it's a fiery horse. Bolt's a great fiery horse, and he's a really awesome horse, by the way. But I decided to ride him bareback at first, which wasn't a good idea because I don't ride too much on bareback, especially on a fiery horse. And it wasn't his fault he didn't buck me off. I basically just had the reins on him and just jumped up on him. But he came out of that corner really fast, and I just didn't really have anything to grab onto. And I just, kind of just came off. He takes corners like there's no tomorrow, and he's very punctual with it. And
Hmm.
my hat jumped off me. Picked up my hat. It didn't even have dirt on it. I reshaped it a little bit. I relaxed the edges of the brim, but it didn't move. Um, it didn't move at all. It was, the hat was flawless. And then one time I came up under a tree and the hat fell, and I came back for it, and the hat was, like I said, it's a really awesome hat.
Is it, is that Coco or a cat? Does the cat get Coco?
That is my neighbor's children
Oh,
who,
lovely.
yes, at very late hours of the night, love to play. They're
Oh,
vampire kids.
all right. Well, I'll see if I can cut that out in post. But
Perfect.
well, I'm glad you're okay, and I'm glad the hat's okay.
Yeah. And then I continued riding him throughout the night until the new Mustang came in, and it was an absolute joy to ride. He is really good. So I did put a saddle on him, though.
All right, cool. So I watched my most recent best hat interview and shaping with Andy again last night, and I did that for a couple of reasons. I had some comments on it that I wanted to address, and I wanted to see what the comments really were referring to. I had to kind of go back and refresh my memory, but your situation there kind of reminds me. Andy and I were talking about hats being really stiff, and you said you don't want it, too stiff. If you have a wreck on a horse like that,
Yeah,
it could break the hat. So,
that makes sense. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Very good point. Um, like I said, this is a 40X. I mean, I think no matter what, because of how smooth and well finished the 7Xs are, the 10Xs are, all the way up to the 1000X. I mean, it's just a really well made hat. I don't see any reason why use anything else.
I, I don't either. Um, I went through a lot of hats. You know, not only uh, looking at different hats, but I mean, I kind of I wanted to find the perfect hat, and that's what led me to American. Stetson is an okay hat. There's nothing wrong with a Stetson, especially a Stetson open crown. You get into
Hmm.
the 7X, the 20X, and anything up from there that's an open crown. It's a great hat.
Yeah.
I think the Skyline and the even the Resistol, the Cody Johnson, the George Strait, those are set to be a budget hat. 6X, $250, pre-shaped. Um, you get what you pay for. When you get into the open crowns from Resistol, Stetson, uh, they're still great hats. 20X. I don't know. It's kind of the equivalent to an American 10X. In feel. Um, I don't know. Good hats, but
Yep.
all my experiences uh, kind of led me to the American as the ultimate in finish. You know, even this 7X, it's a great hat. It's really it holds its shape. It's I don't have any problems with it. It looks good. It's such a dark color that it sometimes it looks grainy in like direct sunlight. It's just a weird color. But 7X, we've talked about this before. 7X and 10X steel, silver belly. The lighter colors. They look just as good as the 40X, in my opinion.
Yeah, they do. And the thing is this, I mean, with me having found a brand that I really love to wear. For all intent and purpose, I mean, there's like I said, there's nothing wrong with somebody, wanting to buy a Rodeo King. I've reviewed them, as Stetson or Resistol. They're really good hats. I have, nothing against it, but at the end of the day, everyone has to go towards their preferences. To me, my preference is American. And like I've said before, my 10X, um, or my 10X, a Rodeo King that I had, uh, felt didn't feel as good as a 10X, um, American. So realistically, I'd rather have a 7 or 10X, American right now than I would a 20X Resistol for my personal use.
That kind of brings me to the reason I rewatched the video with Andy, and I got a comment on that video that the gentleman said, you know, in South Texas we don't need all of that. We don't need 100% beaver hat. We don't need the waterproofing, and I was just kind of surprised at what he was thinking. And I responded back, 100% beaver hat it's lighter, it's thinner, it's more tightly woven, it holds its shape better, it's more breathable. You know, its waterproofness or water resistance is a minor factor in why somebody would want an all beaver hat. And he came back that in South Texas they just don't do it that way, and they wear. He was assuming that I was in Fort Worth, in the Fort Worth area, and got an Amber Alert here. Sorry, it's going to make some noise. He was thinking I was in the Fort Worth area, and didn't realize I was down here where it's still warm, and we still wear felts here. We're wearing felts here now. I haven't worn a straw since. I haven't worn straw. I don't think since. I might have worn it one time on the podcast, just because we were doing that giveaway. The giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't worn a straw since it became felt season. My straws they're all put up over here, and I sweat in a felt. I sweat in a straw. If you're going to wear a hat, you're going to wear a hat. It's no different than wearing a baseball hat. If you get hot in a baseball hat too. It's
Yep.
If you're going to wear a hat, it's hat life.
That's it. I agree with you on that. And
I don't think I would wear, if I were out working, I don't think I would wear a straw in the summer. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. What were you going to say?
oh, no, I was just agreeing with you. I mean, I would, if I was working outside and
Hmm.
it's hot, yeah, I had a choice. It's still going to be my 50-50. You know, I'm getting, breathability and, you know, um, shade from the sun and everything. So definitely I'd wear my 50-50 during the summer. If it's going to be 90, 80, 100 degrees. Yeah. I mean, well, then again, last night I did wear my felt and it was 85 degrees. And yeah, but I would say to that, I mean, if you're gonna have a hat that's gonna be able to take more abuse, it's a full beaver hat. You're getting a hat that's gonna be able to take more abuse. That is, in case you do run up on water, because if you're out there on the elements, or even if you're working, your hat drops on the floor, you're, you're gonna get extreme amount of dirt. You're gonna get extreme amount of mud. You take that hat, you beat it off, with a brush or whatever. You're gonna have water on your hat. I mean, you drop it in the tank where the water where the horses drink. You're gonna get that hat wet eventually, and you know, a tighter hat, thinner hat, a lighter hat is what you're really wanting. You don't want so more beaver is better. It is something that is needed. That's why there's different levels, and that's why they cost more.
So yeah, just a point. Um, a felted 100% beaver hat is the strongest textile ever made. So it's the strongest textile. It's not going to rip and tear and get beaten up as easily as something else.
Yep.
Another thing, this is a Q&A from hatdoctor.com. Are felt hats hot in the summer? No. Blended hats will absorb rain, moisture, and heat. Beaver felt hats will not. The sun will stop the sun from warming the top of your head while allowing the head to breathe. So, 100% beaver hat is much thinner and more breathable than a rabbit beaver blend, say a 40X or something like that. Another thing that I noticed on here that kind of surprised me is a light color hat cooler? And the answer was no. A lighter colored hat looks cooler, but doesn't actually feel cooler. So if you want to wear a black hat, I guess you can wear a black hat.
Uh, it dep- I would say that depends on the sun. You know what I mean? No matter what material you're wearing, if you're wearing that same material with white as opposed to black, the sun is going to reflect less off of it.
Yeah,
So
and my preference is silver belly, for the summer, and anytime that I'm going to be in the sun, and it's a really sunny day, whether it's felt season or not, my silver belly is probably my go-to sun hat.
yeah, I can't wait for mine to come in.
I can't I can't believe you still haven't gotten that thing.
Yeah, things take time. I think Silver Belly's supposed to take a bit longer, so I understand it.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Um,
I hope you get it before NFR,
yeah, same here, definitely. I really do want to actually travel with it.
or
Um,
maybe you can pick it up in at NFR.
that's another thing I was thinking. Maybe they'll have it for me ready at NFR finals.
That's a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah,
might have to talk to
yeah.
Marche about
That way
that.
I could get a hat can.
Good idea.
Yeah,
Got to tell them to bring one when you know. I was looking
yeah.
for an article here. Speaking of NFR, I had it on my phone, and I meant to. I've got it. Trying to pull it up on my laptop here, or my. Let's see. Keep talking. I'll look for it.
So a question that I've been getting, because I often share your posts on or your videos on cowboy boots, hats, and Western life, and my rodeo page and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't know if you saw. I think you did, but somebody was talking about a beans in the chili.
Yeah, that was Ranch Robbins.
I think a couple of guys said
Is
something
that right?
about beans. Yeah,
Yeah, in Texas there are no beans in chili.
right. And they were, mentioning, you know, you can't put beans in chili, and I said, well, exactly. He said, or somebody said, is there any beans in it? I said, well, you're gonna have to watch the video, find out. Yeah, he also made a reference saying something about, if you put, that it was one of the highlights of of um, Yellowstone where Taylor Sheridan told Jimmy about beans in the chili.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, when they were in the truck, they were talking about the mix, like, hey, they were just being friendly,
Hmm.
or Taylor Sheridan was being friendly, and he was like making a kind conversation, which I think that's a part in the show where Taylor Sheridan showed his kindness, to
Hmm.
Jimmy, even though he was being a hard ass with him sometimes, but he really showed his kindness, you know, in these
What did
moments.
he tell him? He told him that you can't have beans in chili.
Yeah, he told him things like that, and he said, I forgot the movie he was talking about. He's like, "Have you ever watched this movie? Best movie in the world." And he was just being really really cool to Jimmy.
Gotcha. And if you don't know, so I Saturday, was it Sunday? Saturday. Saturday, November 5th, I released a video on YouTube. It was the 4 6s. If you haven't noticed over the last several months, 4 6s chili mix has been here. I've got it right here. Has been all over social media, and I decided to get this chili seasoning basically, and do a video, which is, you know, kind of not what I do as far as videos, but it turned out okay. And the chili was, well, I'm going to let you're going to have to go watch the video to see how the chili turned out. But there are no beans in it. I'll tell you that.
We're gonna clarify that right now. But
Uh, Go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say, do you think that you know Taylor Sheridan, when he said that joke to Jimmy, kind of set it up for releasing D46's chili? Or
That that's um that's an interesting thought. Now I'm going to have to go back and do some research on that and find out, because um, once I released that video, I found out that there are only two other videos um, about this chili. I have not watched them. I know, where I rank on these videos. They've each gotten 500 or less views, and then the 4 6s has a video about the chili, but it's actually not how to make the chili. It's just a couple minute video. And my video, for me, if you watch my videos are usually interview style videos, and they're probably 45 minutes to an hour long. So this is a very short video for me. I think it's like 10 and a half minutes. And 7 minutes of that is me talking. So,
yeah, show me that trick where you're fast forwarding things.
well, it's, yeah, got to pay for the
I gotta
program.
look. I'm sure I have it in my editing circuit. Just
Maybe
I,
I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and it's just a feature of the,
yeah,
you click on it, and I can cut video, and I can set the time to either slower or faster.
I need that when I'm opening a box of boots and I'm taking all the stuff out from the inside.
Yes. Yeah. And I've used
Yeah,
that when I've done boot videos in the past, and as you know, I don't like doing review videos, but a lot of people like them. So
yep,
anyway, back to the thing I was looking for.
yeah.
Cowboys and Indians magazine, cowboysandindians.com. Just looking through some, rodeo western life news, I found that the best hat store It's an article on best hat going to be in at the NFR in Vegas in Cowboy Christmas, and they will be in booth 1400 at the national
Perfect.
finals. So if you're looking for them, they're in booth 1400.
And I'll probably be right there.
There you go. And they're going to have everything from a 10X to a 1000X with them. And they'll be there December 1st through Saturday, December 10th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily.
So if y'all were thinking of getting a 7X at the NFR final, sorry, y'all just going to have to step up to the 10X.
Mm-hmm. Well, Best Hat stopped selling the 7X quite a while ago. They have
Oh, yeah, that's right.
6 and 7Xs listed on their website still, if I remember correctly. And it's only, I'm sure it's only because they have a couple of them in stock and they just haven't sold them. So if you're looking for a 6 or 7X, I'd have to look and see what sizes they have. But
I mean, honestly, if you're going to buy a hat and your difference is $30 or $40, why not just move up to the 10X?
yeah, somebody might think 7X is all I need.
That's true.
Or that $30 might mean the difference between a bowl of chili or,
3 packs. You can get a
yeah.
3-pack for that.
Yeah, plus shipping. Yeah. That
Oh,
was
no,
my
sorry, y'all, you can't get a 10-pack, a 3-pack for that.
that was my only real complaint with the chili was that it's not available at H-E-B or Walmart yet. You can only order it through the 4 Sixes Supply House, and it's $5, which is a really good price for the the mix because I don't know how much this weighs, but it's pretty. It's 4 ounces, so it's 4 ounces of spices, and that's actually quite a bit.
I'm sure the spices are better sourced too.
I'm sure it's really good. I was like I said, I'm really surprised at it, pleasantly.
How's that ceramic cup or the mug, the big old chili mug?
Huge, it's huge. I would have probably. I only bought it for the video. It might make a good cereal bowl. It is. It is probably 3 sizes too large for a chili bowl for me.
I like it. I think I could eat some oatmeal out of that too.
There you go. But it's a nice bowl, and it looked good on camera.
It did. That was really cool. I mean, it's so simple and it's nice.
Yeah.
Um, so I went to a certain store today.
Mm-hmm.
So today I went to the Ariat store
Okay. I didn't know they had one. Well,
to
actually, I did know they had one. I saw it on social media or something.
yeah. And I haven't gone there in a while, but when I went there, I was a bit surprised at a couple things that kind of made me misunderstand the brand a little bit
Okay.
because they they're heavily advertised towards cowboy boots and western wear and all that stuff, but stepping inside, they had modern alternative music or modern, almost, I think, I don't know, whatever they play on the radio, the whatever the kids listen to nowadays.
Pop music.
um yeah, that stuff. So they had pop music on, and then, like, I don't know, I walked in, like, they're like, oh, hi, how are you, welcome to Ariat, and just let me be on my way. And it was just like five kids behind the counter, and I'm looking at their to see what boots they're wearing, and half of them are wearing shorts and sneakers.
Okay.
The other half are just wearing sneakers.
I mean, I've been preaching this for months. All you guys who love Ariat, I mean, it's a California company run by a woman from Pennsylvania who, for the most part, make athletic shoes in boot form. And they originally started for the riding community for riders of the English riding persuasion. It's not a cowboy store. It's not a cowboy company. And all these cowboys who love it, I mean, okay, you love it. Don't expect them to be something they're not, because they're not going to be. And you're in Florida.
Right.
Do we have one here? I don't even know if we have an Ariat store anywhere here. Is there one in Fort
Worth? Y'all do. There's one in there's one in the stockyards.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's one in the stockyards. That's what I saw.
I don't see anything.
No?
Nope.
I could have sworn I saw one at the stockyards.
So I saw the Ariat store pop up on Instagram today. So is that something new in Florida?
No, it's been around for quite some times.
Really? I gotta find Dallas, Fort Worth. There we go. No, that's Waco.
Yeah, Fort Worth stockyards at Ariat brand shop.
Ariat brand. So I'm looking for Ariat store.
Oh, yeah.
Ariat brand shop. Yeah, Fort Worth. So let me do Ariat brand.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
looks like
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's one in Nashville. There's one in Fort Worth. The one in Fort Worth actually looks like the Alamo. It's a pretty cool looking store.
Yeah.
I'm just never going to have anything nice to say about Ariat. And that's just another reason why I haven't gotten those boots reviewed yet. I never wear them; they just sit there. I gotta do a review. I've promised them to someone, a friend of mine. I've got two pair I'm going to give him, and I need to do the review so I can get rid of them.
So, for me, there is I feel like Ariats are good waterproof boots because, like I said, their leather is so coated with like a layer of protectant that, they don't feel like leather anymore. They feel like a running shoe. But at the same time, water and nothing really gets in them for that reason.
If I'm going to wear, and I was thinking about this today, and I think we talked about it in another podcast. If I'm going to wear a boot for hunting or in the snow, I'm going to wear a lace-up, like a Danner, and something with insulation, waterproof.
Right.
That's just me. Some people, I guess, just love the slip-on. Clay, we were talking the other day. We haven't even addressed why Clay's not here. We just kind of forgot about him. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Clay's not here today.
We didn't even notice.
I'm joking.
No.
We miss you, buddy.
We do. Clay is not here. He had a car show to go to, and as a matter of fact, he won third place.
Nice.
And so congratulations to Clay.
Absolutely. Congratulations, bud.
Hopefully he will be back with us next time. And but we were talking about he wanted a pair of Ariat work boots, and he just likes the slip-on boots. And
Yeah,
some people like the slip-on boots. Um,
yeah, same here.
you know, that's I don't like slip-on boots to like slip-on boots. I like cowboy boots for a lot of different things and reasons. And if I'm going to wear a cowboy boot, I want to wear a traditional cowboy boot. If I want to keep my feet warm and dry uh, while hunting or in the snow or for some other reason, I'm going to wear, a boot that's appropriate for that. If I need an athletic shoe, I'm going to wear an athletic shoe, not you know, a boot that's combining athletic shoes. It's just not not right for me. And for some people, that's what they
Wait,
want. That's okay.
so 80s gym shorts and Arid is not appropriate for the gym?
Probably not.
Okay, fine. I'm going to scratch that idea then.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have a pair of sneakers or two, and I use them for basically if I'm going to the gym.
Hmm.
Uh, I'll use them, and that's the only time. But I never go to the gym here. I have my weights in the room, and I work out cycling. So um, it's usually when I go on vacation or something, and I go to the gym over there. Then that's when I use sneakers.
Hmm.
Um, but realistically, um, yeah, when I go hunting, I do like to wear the Ariats for that purpose. But besides that, I mean, their their clothing is a bit overpriced, I think, for what it is,
Yeah.
and
And,
sort of their hats and everything. It's just
we've gone through this on the podcast before. Their shirts are not breathable. I I won't wear any of their shirts. I've got about 4 or 5 new cinch shirts that are they're at the embroiderer now. They've been there for like 2 months. I don't know what's going on with the embroidery. Um, uh, I like the Eli Cattleman. We've gone over that. It's a great shirt, great price. Wrangler shirts are great. Uh,
yeah, I love
the
solid.
Ariat jeans are really good. Um, they're made in Mexico. I really like those, especially the rebar because they're priced a lot better than their fashion jeans and they look just as good. Um, the only thing I don't like is it's a boot cut and it's sometimes it's just a little too wide for me. Like today, I'm wearing what am I wearing? Seven for All Mankind or Lucky Brand, I think. Actually, Lucky Brand, and it's kind of like a fashion jean, but a stovetop, um, like the Lucchese Devon. They fit. I can actually fit a narrow, um, like a tapered leg jean over one of those, and it looks great. So it. I also like the Wrangler. Speaking of Wranglers, we need to get into your Wrangler video that you just did because I wear. I don't like the Wrangler um, cowboy cut blue jeans. I think the blue is hideous. Like all of them are just awful. But I do have the black and the chocolate and a khaki in the cowboy cut.
Yeah,
And
I'm wearing the khakis right now.
yeah, I love those,
Yeah.
especially if the khaki, if you match it with a red plaid or a light washed denim shirt, like a Wrangler.
Hmm.
It looks great.
Yeah, it does. Um, so I only wear Wrangler jeans. I have a lot of the cowboy cuts. I don't mind the blue one. Like I said, I usually Like I have the blue ones that I'm gonna be working with, um, and they're really strong. They dissipate water really good. Even the khaki ones, they actually, they don't really get dirty even when you're actually out in the dirt. That's what I said in one of the videos. And you know, they do actually have a longer, well, crotch area, if you will.
The khaki
And
ones,
actually, all of them do.
not my experience. The khaki ones, I've got three pair, and they're all the same size, and they fit differently. The black ones are tighter, and the crotch is not so long, so
Right.
it's more of a low rise jean, and
Okay.
and the khaki is more of a high rise jean, and the I would say the chocolate one is more of a mid rise jean because it's probably the most comfortable.
Yeah. So you might have a slim fit then,
No,
because
they're
I get the
all the
original.
MWZ. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, they could all be 13 MWZ, but then it depends on if they're slim.
They're all original. They're all originals.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, my experience is that they've all been pretty, tall in that section. And the reason being is when you're actually getting on a horse, you have more slack. Uh, so your jeans don't ride up on the boots. And it does make sense. It actually, it does work.
See, I would think that would be different if you had more room in your crotch. Then, as you get on the horse, it's that slack is going to come up and bring your jeans up. Physics.
I need a physics professor. Do we have one of those that you know that you might have be able to bring out on our next podcast?
I just schooled Janet.
Okay, good. You know what? I'll just go ahead and take your word for
All
it. But
right.
apparently, that's why they made it. That's their whole idea behind it.
I thought that was the whole idea of stacking jeans, which I also don't believe in.
Well, they did it so people could not stag or not stag jeans, but we're gonna do it anyway because I like stacking jeans. But I don't know. It's buy the pants that feels good on your crotch and on your and looks good to you on how it lands on your
I'll tell you,
boots.
GQ magazine says you can only stack jeans if you wear skinny jeans.
Hmm. Yeah, that's why I don't read GQ
Yeah.
magazines. What does Cowboy and Indian say about that?
They say don't do it. It looks stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know what they say. If you haven't checked out Cowboys and Indians magazine, it's it's really pretty good. Um, I follow them on Facebook, and they've got a lot of good articles, and you know I haven't talked to anybody there. They're not sponsoring us, but I find a lot of good information there.
As a matter of fact, I should actually go ahead and follow them now.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't.
I'm surprised I haven't either, Joe.
Maybe I haven't shared enough information from them.
Yeah.
Speaking of people I follow, and this kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier with I said my straws are all put up, but I've got kind of a mess of hats right now. This one is usually on the table because I don't have any room for it, and I've got my black 40X hanging by the door. I've got some hooks that are holding some straws. I've got two straws stacked on top of each other, sitting on a lamp in the bedroom. I've got another felt sitting on a lamp in the bedroom, and then I've got three boxes of felts uh, in the carriers, and then I've got two cardboard boxes of felts in the bedroom. So I'm running out of room for hats, and I really need some organization. So today, I shared this post. I saw the Mark Christopher collection, you know, made a post about their They're hat racks, and I clicked on it, and they've got a 6 hat rack. I'm thinking I need to look at, because 2 of those 6 hat racks, one on each corner of the bedroom, would solve a lot of my problems.
So that's the one I have. I have the 6
You got
hat
the
rack,
6?
and
How come
yeah,
we?
I have the 6. I actually
Have,
reviewed it.
did you?
Yeah, that was one of my first reviews. Actually, my first review that I've ever done on the channel was the single hat rack for the core,
I remember that one.
and
I've got
then
2 of those. Um,
yeah, I remember I put my hat on one.
yeah, I know. Because I had it in the bedroom for one hat. And
Right.
then when you came to visit, I took it down and put it in the car, so you'd have a place to put your hat, and it's stayed in the car ever since. So
Yeah. So I have the yeah, I have the 6. Yeah. So I actually the video I actually showed folks how to assemble it and everything.
how did I miss that? Maybe I haven't. Maybe it's been so long ago. Is it a long time ago?
It was a really long time ago. It
Maybe I
was
did
like
see it.
I'll tell you
I
right now.
usually
It
watch all
was
of your videos, so I'm sure I saw it. The only one I haven't seen yet is the Wrangler one, and I've been meaning to see it since last Wednesday. So,
let me see.
but you know what? Speaking of first videos, I'm getting some I get some crazy comments. I got one comment. Is your 4th video?
Yeah.
Okay. I got a comment yesterday from a guy who watched my very first video ever and critiqued it poorly. And it's kind of like, well, thanks for watching my very first video and giving me a critique on something I know was bad, because I have obviously learned, and I'm not great in my videos yet. It's always a work in progress. But then when you go, like, okay, well, this guy clearly, has an opinion. Let's look at his videos and see, what he's doing. That way I can do something better. And the guy's been a member since 2011 and hasn't created a single video. I'm like, why am I going to listen to you? I mean, your opinion is worth nothing.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he's just giving his critique as a viewer, and he just doesn't, do videos. Maybe that's not his thing, and he just prefers to critique them.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you
I'll
something,
send him to
Joe.
your channel. I don't need him.
Uh, you, you might not want him to come to my channel because I'll tell you this much. My channel, uh, your uh, your first video is um probably about 200% better than my first video. Uh, my first video looks like a 5-year-old. I couldn't even figure out how to flip the phone camera, so I ended up back. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna flip it like this. So that was my first video, and you
You
know,
know, we all got to start somewhere, and clearly, I'm not doing this for money. Um, I, you know, I'm not monetized. I'm not doing this for money. I have spent way more money making these videos than I will probably ever recoup. Um, and I do this for general education. It's something that I want to know. And if it's something I want to know, maybe it's something somebody else wants to know.
yep,
So that's why I do it. And that's why we do this podcast. We want to talk about things that interest us. If it's not interesting to somebody else, just don't watch it.
yeah, absolutely. I never leave a bad review on somebody's video because usually if I watch it, I want to watch it, and if I ain't got nothing much to say about it, or if I'm not enjoying the video, well, I'll just flip
Move
on
on.
over to his next one.
Yeah.
There, not everybody's gonna bat 100, and not everybody's gonna make a video you're gonna like every time.
Right. You know, and well, it's like, ah.
Except for you, you're the exception, Joe. I liked all your videos.
Thanks, man. I don't like all my videos. There's always something that I don't like about a video that I've done, but I kind of try and learn from that, and sometimes I forget because there's so much to do in a video, and all I can do is get better, and hopefully people get something out of the video.
But you're so detailed that at the end of the day, nobody notices anything that you're critiquing out of yourself.
Well, I appreciate that, and that's why my videos are so long, and that's not everybody's preferred video style. A lot of people, especially the millennials, they want a 4-minute video max, and they want all that information, and they want you to talk 100 miles an hour. That's not going to happen in my videos. I try to make them as fast as possible, and like you said, the cooking video I just did, I sped up the time so that I could compress all of that, but still be able to, give a solid experience. Well, I couldn't make it as fast as I wanted. That was max speed. I wanted to kind of rush through some of that stuff, so I had to cut a lot of stuff out of it, even with the speeding up. So, I hope it works out for everybody. But still, I talked for 7 minutes.
Those onions pretty fast.
I still talked for 7 minutes, just to get my point across. And I was trying to make this a really short video, but I can't because I have what I want to say.
I think for an instructional video, that was perfect timing.
Thanks.
Honestly, I think Gordon Ramsay has to watch out because Joe Bradburn's coming out.
Oh my God!
Your new channel, Hell's Chuck Wagon.
Hell's Chuck Wagon. Gordon Ramsay, if he was dead, he'd be rolling in his grave looking at me saute those onions and peppers probably. Look at that greasy shit. You call this chili?
Do that.
You call this chili?
It's burnt. You burnt it.
I tell you what, though, just stuff like that, stuff I say on camera, and I go back in editing, and I'll be like, I shouldn't have said that. And, like I said something about you shouldn't use ground beef in chili anyway. Well, I mean, you shouldn't say that. I should have said, I prefer not to use ground beef in chili. I prefer not to use ground beef ever for anything. I just think ground beef is probably the lowest form of meat.
You ever eat ground beef and in tacos? Like, you don't agree with that?
Oh my God! My wife is watching. She's gonna. You can't put ground beef in tacos, man. No, I bet she's in the chat right now, screaming.
Is that a Taco Bell thing only?
She said, "Oh my God! Oh my God!" Yes, man, it's a Taco Bell thing only. How dare you? She says. No, you cannot.
I mean, it's not bad.
Oh, shit, man. Yes, it's bad.
I'm just gonna quit while I'm ahead.
Yeah. Just stop.
No, I'm not even ahead. I'm just gonna quit.
Yes.
All right. So
what'd she say? I can't read it. It's too far away.
About ground beef in chili. If we didn't have ground beef in chili, we would not have an edible chili cheese fry.
I don't know. Let me tell you, when I cooked the stew meat for 6 hours, it fell apart like a brisket. So yeah, you can make it happen.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll take that.
You got to try this, man. You got to try this chili. You got a slow cooker?
I'm gonna order some. Yeah, I got a. No, I broke it. I broke the pan. I got the hot part though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, go buy another one. But yeah,
Yeah.
try the chili. It's really good. Um, and I mean, it's really fast for chili. You know, and I said this on the video. I don't even know how long it takes to make my from scratch chili. I would imagine we made it in Mexico one time. It's like a half a day. It's like a half a day job to make this chili. Um, Not to mention, you probably got to go to 3 stores to get all the ingredients. I mean, the best thing about this is all of the seasoning is that's it. Just use this as seasoning. You just use this and 32 ounces of chicken stock, and then that's your base. Whatever else you want to put into it, like that's it. Like if you want to put beans, but anyway, if you want to put beans or don't put beans in it. If you want to put beans or I put onions and green peppers and tomato. I mean, you can put all of that stuff in there. This is just a seasoning. It's really good. I mean, I'm really surprised at how good it was. So,
Um. So I think I'm gonna have to give this one a try.
yep,
But
yep.
yeah, 6 hours of cooking time. I
And
mean,
I guessed at it. I mean, I figured 6 hours is good. It could have been 12. I mean, I have no idea.
I think the real cooking time or its resting time is overnight when it's sitting in the refrigerator. So that first bowl you're gonna have is never gonna be as good as the second bowl you're gonna have
I'm
the
telling
next
you,
day.
it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good right out off the bat after 6 hours. Excuse me.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. So,
But the next day it's always gonna be better.
yeah, you would think, but yeah, give that a shot. And so we never did get into your video. Tell me about your video that you just did with the
Oh
Wranglers.
yeah. So uh basically I have a bunch of Wranglers that I use for that are like either cowboy cut or the ones that are bought in the Western store. I also have a pair of 20X, and those are all kind of like the Western store deal that they have. They also got retro. I've never tried the retro, but I have that, and then I have two Wranglers that I use that are like like the 5 stars. And I was at Walmart last Sunday just to pick up a pair of jeans for that video, which are the Rustlers, which are they're cheaper Wranglers, but they're still part of the Wrangler brand. And basically, I just did a comparison, talking about them, what the differences are. So basically, it's just the material is thinner on the 20 on the ones that they use at the Walmart. They're still good jeans. They're only $20 as opposed to 40 to $70, which is what I think a pair of 20X cost, or a pair of Wrangler cowboy cut jeans with 13 MWZ and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a difference, but if you're going to be, falling off of horses and riding and, being in, doing that kind of stuff, then it's definitely worth the difference in price. Also, the 20X, I think that they've had the 20X line for a long time, but I feel like the modern 20X, they've kind of switched it more to kind of compete with the Ariat and the Coms Ranch, where they're kind of putting a little bit more style into it. Like you said, you don't like the color of that cowboy cut
Mm-hmm.
because it's just bland. It
Yeah.
looks like an old fashioned jean. And I
Well,
understand, you like the Coms.
I wear really dark jeans, almost not black, but like very very dark blue. That's my preferred jean.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess it depends on the what shirt you're wearing. You can't go with the the Canadian tuxedo. So that you can't match your jean
Yeah,
jacket with your jean shirt and your jean pants. So
yeah,
as long as
yeah.
you got three different colors there, or at least two different colors, you're okay.
And then have your denim color felt hat. Don't do it.
No,
But yeah, so the 20X line is kind of has a lot of the characteristics as the 13MWZ, but it's also fashion. It's really like a, a competitor to the Coms Ranch and the Ariat jeans at a more
Kimes Ranch
affordable
is made in
price.
America. You can't compete with that unless you're made in America.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Uh, I mean, but that is still their way of actually, kind of competing with it.
No
Just
competition.
in terms of style.
I got you.
Yeah,
I still want to try Kimes Ranch because, you know me and my American deal. So
yeah.
there's a bunch of American jeans I wanna try. I just I'm really busy and I've got more jeans than I need. I haven't bought a pair of jeans in a long time. I've got I've got almost I think I've got two or three pair that are back from the cleaners that I've not even taken out of the bag in probably 3 months because I've got enough other stuff to wear. So
I want to try Coms Ranch too,
yeah,
at least one.
yeah, yeah. I hear good things about them. I hear really good things about the cinch jeans. Have you tried the Ariat jeans or the cinch jeans?
No, I have not. Um, I have a cinch shirt. I've not tried the cinch jeans.
Well, I hear they're really good, so I'm gonna have to try those.
Yeah. Um, as a matter of fact, a couple of the shirts that I got from Wrangler are the older one that are made in the USA.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yeah. So, um, but yeah, most of their stuff is, as far as jeans, is made in Mexico.
For the Wrangler?
Yeah. So for the Wrangler, yeah, I like all the jeans that I have. Even the Rustler, which is their cheaper line, it's like a $13 jean.
I remember Wrestler
It's
from the
also made in Mexico.
1980s.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize they were made in Mexico. I knew they were made out of the United States now. I just haven't paid attention to where. The only thing Wrangler I know of that's made in the United States right now are their socks, and I wear Wrangler socks because their over the calf socks are cheap, uh, relatively cheap. They're $15 for a 3 pack or a 4 pack, I think. Really good, last a long time, very comfortable in boots. Love them.
Yeah. I wear redhead socks from Bass Pro Shops. They're also made in the USA.
Hmm.
And if I don't wear that, I'll wear Swiftwicks, which are a cycling socks. If I want a thinner one, and those are also made in the USA. Because sometimes wearing thinner socks is good for certain boots
Hmm.
if they're a little tighter. So yeah, those um, those Swiftwicks are really good.
Speaking of I guess it's not. It's kind of related, but inserts. Do you wear a lot of inserts with your boots?
I
Like
try not
insoles?
to. Yeah, I try not to. So on arid boots, I have to.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Um,
obviously you have to with Ariat because I mean their footbed is it's not it's not
yeah, there's no
traditional.
footbed.
It's not
Right.
traditional. It's not made to be worn without some kind of an insole.
But on my Anderson being in horsepower, I guess I could have actually put in a thinner sock and still kept the insole in them. but I have chosen to take it off, wear a thicker sock, and keep on the traditional. I really love the way traditional feels. I'm not big into the insoles.
Me too. I did notice today somebody on your Facebook group posted a Saphir insole. It's I think it had a leather top. I just kind of glanced at it, and uh, I love Saphir products. I use a lot of Saphir products. I have like two big boxes of Saphir products right there.
Yeah, I remember.
And they make great polish and conditioners and stuff like that. But I don't know if I'd ever try one of their insoles in a cowboy boot. I don't see it as being the you know it's not the same market. It's a European shoe or boot. So I'd be interested to see how that turns out.
Yeah.
There's a couple of inserts that I would like to try, but that's not one of them. Have you've seen anything about that?
Um, the about the which one now?
The Saphir.
The Saphir. I was looking for it. I'm sorry. I was actually looking for that Saphir uh, insole, but I know a lot of these companies um, are now trying to make insoles um, that are not even related at all
Hmm.
to like insole making. And realistically, somebody says, well, one insole is going to be more comfortable than the other insole. This insole is going to be more comfortable than that insole. And I don't think that's going to be accurate for everything because just like when you have to wear different thickness of socks, you have to wear different, for different boots, you have to wear different insoles for different boots. It depends on which insoles fit the best for that boot. Um, you know, you could say this insole sucks on this boot, but it feels great on the other boot. And if I shut your eyes, you won't even tell the difference. You'll say, "Well, I love that insole, and I hate this one." But that's just because you're wearing that same insole on two different boots.
Well, I kind of brought that up to bring this up. So footprint insole technology. It's been on my radar for about 6 months, and they use a technology that's a little different. They've got some videos where they will drop a bowling ball on like an Ariat insert, and the bowling ball will bounce, and they measure the bounce, and then they drop it on one of their footprint inserts, and there's zero bounce. Like it just boom, that's it. There's no rebound at all, and they drop it on a flat ground, and they measure the bounce, and it bounces on flat ground. So it's absorbing all of that, that energy,
Yeah,
and so they're supposed to be really good. I mean, like $50, but I'd be
yeah,
interested. And the other thing is they're like 2 millimeters, so they're nothing.
right. They're super small.
Yeah. So I mean that's something I'd be really interested in trying.
I would try something like that for a foot if I'm if I really have to have a footbed inside or something.
Well, I'm thinking of these the Takovas Prescotts
Oh
because
yeah, to add something.
right because they are so uncomfortable without an insert, without an insole. I mean, they'll set your foot on fire if you don't put something in there. It's just horrible. Worst boots ever
Yeah,
without an insole. Um,
absolutely.
so I
I
was thinking about something like that.
Somebody actually commented on my video that I made about these saying that hey, I wear this size in the Sim in Rios of Mercedes and Anderson Bean and this and that, and they fit me all just as well as this Takovas, and I don't know what you're talking about. I said, well, I said I completely understand, and that's fine. if they fit you good, that's very good for you. But I'm giving you my feeling of the boot. If I told you anything otherwise, then I wouldn't be telling you accurate uh, information about it.
Well,
So
you've got a lot of people who say that. Well, I mean, there's nothing good about the Tecovas Prescott. Nothing. Every
yeah,
review has been, your review is poor. Um, Jeremiah Craig's review is poor. If I ever did a review, it would be poor. It's not a great boot. It's a horrible boot. What I have
yeah,
found is a lot of people who wear boots don't know how to wear boots. A lot of people think that you have to wear a square toe to have a comfortable boot, and that's not true. They just have never been fitted in a really nice boot, a well-fitting boot. A lot of people think that Tecovas makes a great boot. That's because they haven't tried anything else, or they've only tried lesser quality boots. And you know,
Ariat.
Dan Post, Ariat. I mean, there's a list, but
Yeah,
Tecovas looks good. Um, it looks good. Some of their boots look good. When you look at them in the hand, they just look good. Are they a $400 boot? Hell no. I'm going to go buy Anderson Bean, and I don't even like Anderson Bean before I buy Tecovas.
Takovas are the best looking boot inside of a Starbucks. I mean, they just look good inside of a Starbucks. Oh my God. I mean, you're ordering
That's the
that
thing. That's the thing for sure.
grande.
That's exactly right. It's. I mean, hipster boot, whatever. Get your venti pumpkin spice latte in your Tecovas, and you're good to go. Don't forget your
I'll have one of those vanilla spice crap things
don't forget
y'all
your
have.
don't forget your vest,
Yeah.
puffy vest.
Well, I wear vests.
Yeah,
No, well, not that vest. Yeah.
your Han Solo vest.
I'm more of a leather suede vest kind of guy.
I've seen you in that Han Solo vest. I've got one too. It's okay.
Chewbacca never complained.
Right, right. Uh, all right. Enough hating on Ariat and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What else you got?
No, that's pretty much it. No, I mean, honestly, so I've had splits with people telling me, hey, these Takovas Prescott fit me great and I love them, and I've had other people tell me that they agree with me and that the boots don't fit that well. That they're really oddly shaped, and the thing is, everybody's foot is different. Maybe my foot is different than that gentleman's, and he's good with his foot being in a Takovas, and he's good with his foot being in that Anderson Bean, and I could be very good with that with my foot being in an Anderson Bean, but because of my shape being a slightly bit different, that Takovas is just not working for me. And it's you can't argue with people like about what comfort is. That's why, and when people tell me, and it's a little bit unrelated, but it kind of is related at the bicycle shop. Hey, what's the most comfortable saddle? I tell them, I'm sorry, unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you. I know you'd love me to tell you, hey, this one is the best one right there, but my ass and your ass is two different things. You know, if you're looking for, if I had to actually tell you this is the saddle for you, it'll be a super thin saddle like this because that's what I'm comfortable in. and you just want a lazy boy mounted on your bicycle.
Hmm.
Two different things, So I cannot tell you what's going to be comfortable for you.
Right. I mean, get a recumbent bike.
Yeah, they should, and then they could have a lazy boy on it.
When the
We'll
throw
mount it.
the
Well,
throw pillows.
yeah, exactly. Get you a Serta mattress there. Go to, just stay in bed and don't worry about it.
Do the VR biking.
Yeah, yeah. Just go dream about going on a bike ride.
All right. I think we have probably made enemies of every single viewer. So
Nah.
no.
Well, we mean it in
Yeah,
in
it's
all the best reasons.
yeah. It's just a it's just a crazy Sunday. We're talking about all
Yep.
kinds of crap tonight.
Yep.
Wear what you want to wear if you're comfortable in it. I'm not going to change your mind. Lionel's not going to change your mind. If you have an open mind and you want to hear, our thoughts and opinions on things, we actually take the time to look at many different things and understand what makes something good and what makes something bad. Not saying we're right all the time,
Yep.
because everything we say is our opinion, and you know, everybody's got an
We
opinion.
could be wrong about things.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know. You know. God didn't make us perfect.
Well, not you anyway.
And yeah, yeah. Well, you know. At least I'm pretty.
There you go. There you go. But for sure, wear what you want and like what you like.
Yep.
If you like the Ariats, go buy them.
Yep. That's it. I don't mind areas for certain reasons, but like I said, there's better things on the market now, especially now.
And new things come every day. So
Yep.
that's a good thing. And
So Ruho just released their first ever rubber soled boot.
all right,
Yeah,
did you get a pair of those?
and I don't know. I'll see. And also, um, if y'all want rubber soled boots, Fenolio actually makes them.
Yeah, and I was just getting ready to say that. I I don't really want a pair of the Fenolio rubber soled boots yet. I mean, I don't really have a reason for it. It's not, there's no snow here. There's not a lot of rain. We're getting into the rainy season now. It will be rainy this winter. I intended to wear the Takovas Prescotts in the rainy season, but you know, maybe I do need a pair of the Fenolio rubber-soled boots and try those out.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Um, I saw some fishskin boots today
Yeah,
at the Ariat store. They had Peruku.
really. Did I
Yeah.
did I know that?
Uh,
I have to look now. You keep talking. I'm going to look at their website.
yeah. So they were on the clearance
Clearance. Okay, so
shelf.
they're not selling them
Yeah.
anymore, probably.
Maybe not. Um, and they are on sale at $479,
Okay.
and they didn't. They looked like a boot. If I had to describe it, I'd say it looks like the Flying Dutchman with all the barnacles on it.
Okay.
Yeah, because it looked like it was like had like that sea salt rust, and I don't know, but the original price was $599.
Okay. So I'm looking right now at the Ariat website, and they don't have them on here.
They must have been an in-store only.
It could be. They do have a blue suede. What is that?
Oh, they just released a new line of suede boots. Oh, I found it. And they're still, actually, I found it on their website, and they are still at, well, they're sold out on their website, but they're still at $599.99, but they have them in the store.
You Ariat.com?
Yeah. Uh, it's called the Deep Water Western Boot. I'll send it to you right now.
Okay.
So I'm thinking to
Where'd you
myself,
send that?
to your
Fa-
messenger.
Facebook or?
Yeah, Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
I'm thinking to myself, um, for $600, you could get yourself a pair of Anderson beans in Piruku.
Yeah, absolutely. You could get oh, what is this? You could get Fenolio for $600.
Do they make a Piruku?
Yes, they do.
Oh, yeah. There's you. I think you could get Fenolio for even less than $600.
I think they're $600. Right, 650, something like that.
Oh, yeah. So that's an awesome price. I mean, um, yeah, I would. I mean, if I had if I'm buying Piruku and exotics, yeah, I'd go for a brand like Anderson Beans or you know something like that. I mean, if you're gonna sell boots that much, and even at 479, you're only about $100 away from having a pair of Anderson Beans.
Yeah. Um, you know, Luke Casey's like 2,200.
Yes.
So anything in the $600 price range is pretty good for an American-made boot.
Yeah.
Deep water. I cannot get this to open. Actually, I kind of like that.
You like the way it
I
looks?
do.
Oh, cool. Well, I make you a Ariat fan after all.
No, I can't find it on their website. I mean, like if I go to their website and search it, I can't find it, and I can't. I can open that link you sent me in Facebook, but I can't. Oh, it's sold out. Everything, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
it's sold
that's
out. But
that's why.
yeah, I did see it, like I said, at their store, and I mean, it'll happen all the time where something's not available online. Even Takovas is known for that. You know, um, they're sold out online of something, and then you go in the store and you find your size.
Yeah, I was thinking if I could find it, you know, you know,
Yeah, I got it.
but I can't. So, um, I'll just have to wait and get a Fenolio at some point in time.
Thank God they didn't have my boot sandal, and that's in my size. I wasn't going to buy it.
You talking about Crocs, or are you talking about like the slipper?
The suede boots,
The,
rough out slipper.
the slipper. Yeah, we talked about that offline. So Ariat's got
Yeah,
a slipper, a house slipper, with a toe bug and wrinkle in suede. All right.
yeah.
What was it? $70.
$70, man.
Yeah. I mean, give me a Sharpie. I'll put it on there for you. I got a pair of suede slippers and control the toe bug for you.
I think I want to take their old boot and just turn them into that, and then it had that leather hair-on lining on the inside.
I'm going to guarantee that was synthetic wool.
Yes.
Yeah.
What? I thought for $70 it would have put pure Beaver.
Yeah, Beaver.
Thought it was like a 20X
I bet it's not even.
Grizzly or
I bet it's
something.
not even real suede. I bet it's microfiber.
They said that it was
Did
suede
they?
leather.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe then. All right, we'll go with that.
I think that's the only part. Maybe they mixed it up. I don't know. Who knows?
What was it? I can't even get the thing to work now. What was it called? An Ariat slipper?
Um,
Ariat slippers.
what
We'll
was it?
Google that. There it is. The Ariat men's. Oh, that's from Amazon. We want to see it in Ariat. Oh, they've got it in a dark brown too. The dark brown looks pretty good. Got that on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. My website crashed.
What do they call those again?
Ariat men's indoor and outdoor rubber. I mean, it's a long ass name. Silversmith slippers, Boot Barn.
So slippers, got it.
Yeah, slippers. You know what? I'd probably buy the Snoop Dogg slippers before I bought these.
Yeah, no, I'll still buy these over the Snoop Dogg slippers, but they got a different style. They got the Patriot square toe slippers.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, they got the Patriot square toe. Look at that. Has it got some? I bet it's got some camouflage. Oh, it's got an American flag on it instead of the toe bug. Yep.
This one's got there's this one right here, and it's got traces of real leopard.
Leopard.
It's nice.
Did you say leopard?
Cheetah.
Cheetah.
Sorry, that's real cheetah.
Real cheetah, huh?
Yep.
It's got bits of real panther, huh?
Hey, 60% of the time it works every time.
Every time. You know, and that's something that we talked about on the last podcast that hasn't made it to air yet. Was we talked about Cologne, and we talked about the Sex Panther, we talked about the Lane Frost Cologne, and the Yellowstone.
Stetson Cologne.
Yellowstone.
Oh, yeah.
And so I went to Cavender's and I took a picture of all the prices in case we ever get that podcast out. And I will tell you that the Yellowstone Cologne is not that bad. It is actually probably wearable, and it's $55. And the Lane Frost, he's got two. They've got the Legendary for $40. They're both Legendary. And what's the difference? Lane Frost, they've got a brown Legendary Original Scent, and they've got a white cologne spray.
Maybe one's a spray, one's an aftershave.
Cologne spray is $40, and the Legendary cologne spray, they're both cologne sprays.
Oh. Maybe they're just two different scents, and they're
Could
just
be.
like the name.
Why didn't they didn't denote which
The
was
Lane
what.
Frost was a legend, so.
So one's $40, one's $38.
Okay, yeah.
But Cavender's is still sold out of Sex Panther.
Did you hear about the new cologne they're coming out with?
Oh, God. What is it?
It's the 1883 cologne.
Okay.
Guaranteed to make you smell like you've been walking for 6 months up the Chisholm Trail or your money back.
Yep. I mean, I could probably make that in my blender tonight.
Yep.
All right. So now that we have alienated all of our viewers, you got anything else?
No, I'm pretty much all set.
I mean, we've hated on their cologne, we've hated on their boots, Probably their genes too.
No, we haven't hated on anything.
We haven't. We're just teasing.
Exactly. Oh, I have 80 subscribers on my channel.
80? And they all fell off, huh?
Yeah, they just yeah.
I'm in negative numbers. I think I owe likes to somebody else or something. I have to subscribe to get back to
No,
zero.
we weren't all that bad.
No, we were just having some
We
fun.
still love areas sometimes.
And the podcast only gets about 300 views, so I mean, only 300 people can hate us.
Yeah, the max.
Max. But that's not counting the Spotify and Apple listeners. I think we got another 50 on there. So
Somebody might hate us more.
yeah. All right, man. Anything else? We're gonna wrap this up.
No, that's pretty much.
All right.
That's pretty much it. No, just we value and respect everybody's
Absolutely.
opinion.
As long as you wear an American hat and American-made boots. I'm kidding. It's just the American hat. Now you can wear whatever.
We're just happy that y'all are enjoying our videos and our channel and our podcast, and we thank you so much for supporting everything that we do. We all work really hard just to bring this content up to you, and we just we're happy that it helps somebody if it does.
Absolutely. If you, I'm happy if you are just wearing a cowboy hat, and if you're wearing cowboy boots, because that's still helping the culture. And
Yep.
Even if it's an Ariat Chinese-made cowboy hat, at least it's helping it become mainstream. I made my eye twitch just thinking about that, but still, but still, the more people who are seen wearing cowboy hats in the rest of the world, because in Texas it's pretty common. Not so much in Austin area. Austin's a little different. You do have some people here wearing cowboy hats. I wear a cowboy hat every day, and so just get out there and wear your hats, wear your boots.
Even in South Florida, I was at the mall today, going to that area store, but I actually saw one guy with a cowboy hat. I mean, he was wearing shorts and sneakers too, but I'm like, God bless him.
I saw that at the NASCAR race I was at last spring. I just couldn't do it. I could not wear cowboy boots and shorts. It's just
Yeah, I can't do that. I'll be honest with y'all. I did it one time, like when I leave my house at like 5 a.m. to drive up to my to the bicycle ride, and I'm gonna be wearing the boots and the shorts anyway, or the boots and my jeans later on, and I have it in a backpack. Well, I just put it on real quick, but I just make sure nobody sees. I run to the truck, so nobody really saw that.
There you go. All right, what do you got coming up, Lionel?
I'm a little bit on a dead end this week, so
well, you need to
I
come
don't know.
here.
I might.
You come here, and you can help me get some of these videos out. I got about 15 that I need to get out, but I just don't have the time to get them out. And so you come up here, and you can help me. I don't think you're going to fit your foot in a lot of these boots I've got, but you can help me get them done.
Those, yeah, all your boots are going to be better if you. The fit sucks.
Yeah. Cut your toes off.
But
I'll cut your toes off, and we'll get you in there.
I mean, I think a little sanding job will do. Nothing a belt sander won't fix.
There you go.
But I think I might actually get that suspender video done.
All right, sounds good. As a matter of fact, if we hadn't done the podcast tonight, I was going to do the Blackjack boot review. So the Blackjack is on my list. I'm gonna get the Blackjacks done, and I'm gonna get the Ariats done if it's the last thing I do this week. No, that's not true, because I've got to get this podcast out. So I'm going to edit this podcast first, and I'm going to try to get this out because the last one is so late and may not come out. So I want to get this one out. Probably start on that in the morning, and then I have tentatively scheduled Double R Hat House for Tuesday. So we'll see.
Quick question. Spoiler alert warning. Or request. How does the Blackjack boots fit as a comparison to the Anderson Bean, for instance?
Crazy. It's crazy. Blackjack. It's kind of like Lucchese. I've tried on Blackjack in 9.5 and a 10, and they're too big. The pair I have now is 10.5. They seem perfect, but the problem with the Blackjack, I've always noticed that the sole feels weird, and it just feels weird under your foot and under your toes. And if you look at it, it's round. The whole if you take the boot and you flip it over, it's rounded. And I lost the video, but I'm not going to change it. I'll just keep talking. But it's rounded, and so I can imagine it's going to take a really long time to break that boot in. It looks great. It's a great looking boot. It's really cool. It's an exotic. It's a crazy exotic. I've never seen anything like it. I have. We saw a Lucchese similar to it, and that's kind of why I saw this and I said, "Oh yeah, that's."
What were they again?
They're the suede Cayman. I mean.
Oh right, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So they're a suede Cayman and a suede shaft, but they're pretty sick, and they've been sitting in a box in a closet for a long time, and I have not reviewed them, but I need to get those reviewed and probably do something with them.
Prescott.
We'll see. Well, yeah, I got the Prescott to do. I got the Ariats to do. I've got a lot of to do, man. I've got so many boots. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll get something going.
Cool.
Lionel, as always, it was great talking to you. And
same here, brother.
It's a pretty good podcast, I think so.
It was.
Thanks everybody for watching, and we will catch you next time.
All right. See y'all later.